The grind is beautiful.
Nah, yeah,
Like
it is. The
life is
process, yeah.
beautiful. Process is beautiful.
76ers, they've been trusting the process forever.
And they need to let go of the process because Embiid can't play.
Take my
I
career,
ain't gonna go there.
shit. If it ain't got on fear, shit. Pushing a big body stir, shit. Don't try to extort me, cause I like them 40 shoot like Robert Ory, they hit, shit. Crossing your brother, that's bitch, shit. We on some trying to get rich, shit.
Camera rolling.
Whatever you do, keep that motherfucker rolling.
Clap it up for my boy. Woo. Man, I said clap. Say, we got a special guest, my friend, my brother, Erik, but he formerly goes by Coach ET. I just tell him a little bit about your journey. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
In high school, I graduated high school from Duncanville High School. We went that year. We went to the third round of playoffs and lost. I then went to Seward County Community College in Kansas, in the middle of nowhere. When I'm talking about the middle of nowhere, it's the middle of nowhere. It's cold. It's a slaughterhouse right across the field, probably about 2-3 miles out where we stayed at. So you wake up with an attitude because it's cold, and then you got an attitude on top of that attitude because it stank. If you went to JUCO in Kansas, everybody know. I'm telling you.
So from Sword, if you want to jump, whatever you want to jump into is
From
yours.
Seward, I went there. It was actually a humble beginning for me. I went to Seward. When I got there, it was 24 people in the gym. I didn't know what to expect, so we just ran open gym for about a week. The next thing you know, it was about 17 people in the gym the next week, and I was one of the 17 people in the gym. I went through another traumatic time in my life. My grandfather had passed that year,
Sorry for your loss.
so I moved back home to be around family. Want to be around my loved ones, so I went to Temple College that year to finish out my classes with him.
Shout out to the guys.
Shout out to the guys at Temple, for real. And
real.
then I transferred to Mountain View College where I played my actual first year of college there. Got All American that year, freshman of the year, first team our region, first team our conference. Averaged almost 18 points a game. I shot almost 40% from the three, so I'm a little nice, I'm alright.
Tight.
After that, what was crazy is that season we played against Weatherford College was the school I went to. The following year, I went there. I I had a pretty decent year. From there, I think I averaged about 15,
Yep.
15 points. I got second team all conference that year.
Yep.
Played good. I was receiving looks and interest. But COVID had hit that year, so
You did. 2020, spring of
2020,
2020. COVID
COVID
was
hit.
crazy.
I had a plethora of coaches calling my phone right before COVID hit, setting up visits, talking about offering me, but all of that went down the drain once COVID hit.
COVID was a crazy.
COVID.
Like people don't understand how crazy COVID was.
COVID was a crazy time.
Like I know guys that should have played. I went to college with my boy Ivy. Shout out Ivy. Crazy situation, but Ivy was an all conference point guard, won a conference championship, set record. Ivy did it all.
Yeah.
So COVID hit, and not only did COVID hit, right after that he broke his foot.
Mm-hmm.
So for a small guard, it's hard
Yeah.
when you're trying to navigate through COVID of getting recruited and trying to jump to the next level, and it's just hard to do that with COVID. It was so many regulations, so much stuff going on. Like visits ended, everything through Zoom, through FaceTime.
Yep.
COVID was crazy.
Hey, I went through that, man.
Yep.
That summer I struggled trying to find somewhere to play. But me, I was D1 or nothing
Right.
at that time. All my friends was going D1. Shout out to Katie. He went to West Virginia. He went to Grambling. So I'm like, I can't be left out. I gotta do something. Like I gotta go see what that D1 life like. But that summer, it was a long summer. Just worked on my game every day. Just stayed down. And then Coach Jeter from Western Illinois, he's now Southern Utah now. He called me and told me that he had a spot for me. So with me being the opportunist that I am, I'm taking that spot.
Right.
And I'm gonna go bet on myself. So that was just me. Went there for a year. I actually had a really good experience there. I had a really good experience. I learned a lot about myself, learned a lot about, how to be a professional in that setting.
Right.
After that, I wanted to just play. Went through a whole year not playing that much. I transferred to York University in York, Nebraska. Shout out to York, my alma mater.
There you go.
Shout
Shout
out.
out to the people.
Played there my 2 years. I didn't get an all conference there, which is crazy. But I averaged both years combined. I probably averaged like 14 points. Shot almost 40 from the three again. And then after those 2 years,
Shoot.
I went to coaching.
And now we're here.
Now we're here.
Talk about junior college just a little bit. Let's tell us your best game, your best junior college game, and your worst junior college game.
My best game was when I was at Mountain View.
Yep.
My first year of school. We played Louisiana Prep School. The game went to overtime. I had 37 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. I shot 1 for 4 from 3, which is crazy.
That's 25. I mean, that's not horrible. It's 25%.
25%, but I only shot 4 of the mugs.
And
I shot 14 free throws. That guy went perfect from the line.
Yeah.
That was my best game. My worst game in JUCO, I would say my worst game is when we played. I was at Mount View again. We played Collin County. I had 2 points. I was 1 for 15 from the field.
Right.
That was my worst game, but got to go out swinging. I always remember that. Win or lose, up 20, down 20, you got to go out swinging. If you ain't going out swinging, you ain't doing it right.
You're not playing hard enough if you don't go out swinging.
Straight up.
For me, my best junior college game, I had some games.
Nah, you did have some games.
You already know where I'm going. The one in Austin.
Oh yeah.
When I didn't survive after the game.
No, you walked off the bus like he was like, bro, I don't know what this is, bro. My back hurt.
It was bad. Nah, that was crazy. I think I had to have like, not even being funny, like 20 points, 20 rebounds, maybe an assist or 2. I'm just gonna give myself an assist or 2 because I could pass. I'll give myself 2 blocks because I block shots. Maybe 1 block, I don't know. Maybe it's still
you had a few steals that game. I remember that game.
I ain't gonna lie, when I played, I was a thief.
Yeah, yeah, you was. You was also padding your stats that game too.
What?
Do your homework. He missing layups on purpose, getting his own rebounds.
He talking about I pulled an Andrew Reese. You crazy?
Andre Drummond on them boys.
I can tell you my worst game too, bro. Shout out Kitty. He already know. Shout out to the guys. MCC at home.
Damn.
I received a phone call before the game.
Oh, that was that game. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do your homework on receiving a call before a game. If you get a call before a game, don't answer.
That was a crazy call. Shout out to Katie, he called back.
Oh, bro.
Shout out to Katie.
Free game alert. I don't know how many free game alerts we're gonna drop in this episode, but it's an episode full of free game.
No,
if you get a call from before a game, send a text message, say I'm focused on the game, I'll call you after. Do not answer them calls before the game. Free game alert. Just saying, bro. But
crazy day.
So you talked about, again, that's junior college, and from junior college of course you went on to the D1 level. When Coach Jeter, who's now at Southern Utah, shout out Malik at Southern Utah. Was it hard to compete at that level?
No. It was okay. Let me put it like this. I'm saying no because I never have doubt in myself and my abilities. But it's hard to make it to that level.
Right.
Like you have to be really exceptional to go play D1, especially out of JUCO. When you got guys like now in the transfer portal, crazy.
It's crazy.
Like then that was the start of it. When I went D1, so I mean, yeah, it's hard to compete. You got to be really attentive to detail. You got to be really attentive to what you do off the court, because that matters to get on the court.
Right. And what I'll jump in on that and say, like, if you're not exceptional all around, you have to be great at something.
That's something. You have to be a specialist at something, whether that's a a great defender, whether it's a great shooter, playmaker, rebounder. Like you have to be great at something.
Sometimes, let's just be real. You can be a good teammate and make it to that
Oh
level.
yeah, no facts.
Go out there and be a cheerleader.
Facts.
You can survive. Like, I'm not saying it's still peaches and cream, but if you're a great teammate, if you clap for your friends, if you got a great attitude, if you're a workhorse, you got a motor,
You're gonna find yourself some minutes.
you'll find it.
Even if it's like 5 to 6 a game, that's minutes.
That's an opportunity.
It's an opportunity. You can go out there and get 2 points, 3 rebounds in 6 minutes.
Right.
If you really put the effort
Work
to
in.
it.
So in playing the competition at the Division I level, like, of course, Western Illinois, I played at Graham, so
Kind of line.
kind of line.
Yeah.
I would say, but kind of lines. Playing against some of the opponents you would play against, not only in conference and out of conference, how was that competition level?
It was high. It was a big difference from JUCO. I tell you that. I would say the intensity level is raised like a lot.
Yeah.
Like it's higher because you don't prep how you prep when you D1, when you JUCO. You don't prep the same.
It's two different things.
Like your game prep is not the same. Say you're going to go game plan for somebody like we had the game plan for Luka Garza.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
that.
wait, yeah.
It's two totally different things than this JUCO guard. Like it's two different preps.
Two different things.
It's two different attentions to detail.
It's two different. Like for me, it's two different. Marcus Howard.
Yeah.
Playing against Marcus Howard, then playing against South Christian. No disrespect to those guys.
Yeah, them guys good. Them guys are good basketball players.
If they have a shooting day,
but yeah, especially in their gym, they not gonna miss.
Playing anybody in their gym,
yeah, and they not gonna miss. They almost beat Ranger my year.
Come on,
because
bro.
they shot almost 60% from 3.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but no, prepping for those guys and prepping for somebody like Baylor Shireman, like who I played against when he was at South Dakota State, but it's two totally different things.
It's two different things. So you talked about on and off the floor too at the Division I level. Like, is it easy off the court as well? Like you said, for you, because your confidence high, you said it's never like you never shy away from anything. So basketball is easy, but what about life?
It could get really it depends on what you're going through and what type of mental you have, like what type of mental capacity you have.
Right.
It could get tough because you go to practice every day. Like you might make shots in practice. You might do these things, these really good things in practice, but you're not getting time.
Right.
And that affects your personal time, your wind down time, because then you thinking like you watching film, you thinking like, damn, why am I not playing?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why am I not playing? I'm doing way better than the next man. I'm doing things better than him, and he's getting the opportunity to play. So I mean, it can be tough on your mental.
So you would say is with the playing time, and you feel like you're better than some players, as all players do. Let's just be honest. Everybody competitive. We're bought into the same team to the same goal. But if I feel like I outplay the next guy, I feel like I can outplay him.
Yeah.
So would you say, even though you feel like you may have been better than some people, there's still with no handouts?
No, it wasn't.
Because you still have to put that work in.
Yeah.
Like,
you got to show up on time to everything too. Like being very punctual at that level, bro. Really at any level. Like if to the youth out there, if I'm ever your coach and you show up late, you won't play. I don't care how good you are.
Free game alert.
Like, straight
boy,
up.
You just did it. Free game alert. Free game alert. If you on time, you late.
Yeah.
Show up 15 minutes early to whatever you're doing. Work, school, workouts, the bus. Be 20 minutes early to the bus because you would hate to be the last one on the bus. And
you will get left. I seen it happen. You will get left. I done seen it happen. I'm telling you.
Get there on time.
Yeah.
But again, the other thing is, like, politics plays a part.
Absolutely.
People always say this about who you know, not what you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes who you know
is better than what you know. It's way better. And the times we living in now, then that's what it is. Like it's I'm seeing it in real time.
Talking about seeing it in real time, NIL is
crazy.
That's definitely who you like. It's your personal brand. It's who you know, because you can be plugged into the right situation. Mm-hmm. You can go get paid and you can play. Some kids are looking to just get paid.
Yeah.
Some people are out trying to play. Me, if I was an athlete, I want to do both, but I'm trying to find the right situation so I can have longevity of being on the court and have a better chance of going pro than just making some money.
To side note that, I know everybody has seen AJ DeBanster get his bag. I'm talking about go yard duffel. And I'm pretty sure kids gonna look at that like, okay, like I can go get paid in college, like I can get that much money. No, that's not how it works.
It doesn't work like that for everybody.
Find the system that benefits you. Don't go where the money is. The system is everything.
The system is everything. Systems and situations can make you or break you.
You got to look up and see what guards are there. If you're a guard, like how do they play? How does it benefit you?
Yeah.
Big man, like a big can play in just about any system because all you got to do is play defense. That's to get on the court, anyways, for any player on the team. But
so, and like you said, it's the systems. Like think of if I'm a center that has a back to the basket and I'm shooting jump hooks, why would I go to the University of Houston?
No,
it's a guard heavy system.
You won't thrive there. It depends. And if you're back to the basket big, like you don't need to be playing. I don't think you should be playing in the Big 12 anyways.
Unless you go to Kansas.
Yeah, unless you go to Kansas. That's probably the Kansas State, and maybe Arizona.
Maybe Arizona. I'll go West Virginia.
Okay.
But they have a new coaching staff, so coaching staffs is matter too.
Different. Yeah.
But yeah, if it's like you said, if I'm a back to the basket big, I want to go Big East.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go Big 10 maybe.
Mm-hmm. Like SEC, you can go SEC and be a back to the basket big. Florida,
Auburn,
yeah.
So it's like you have to understand those systems. You have to understand coaching styles. You have to understand what is it guard heavy or is it big heavy. And a lot of like, if I'm being honest, a wing can fit in anywhere. If you're a 3-4, you can play 3-4. You can play anywhere.
Yeah,
anywhere.
Absolutely.
Now, why did you actually decide to coach?
Bro, I've been through a lot in my journey. Like as far as like being around coaches that is I want to say very like they coach off more emotions and how you are off the court and how they can trust you. If they can trust you off the court, they'll be able to trust you on the court.
Right.
I want to show kids how to be professional.
Right.
You know, as far as like getting there. Once you get there, you have to stay in good character. You have to have good character to succeed at that level. I done seen coaches take confidence from kids, and I've seen coaches breathe confidence into kids.
Right.
And I want to be one of the ones that's been there, and I reassure them that they can get there if they do X, Y, and Z, which is put in the work, be professional, and show up on time. Right. And all of that goes into basically the same thing to be at that level.
Everybody coach for their own reasons. Like, but being a coach is also hard.
It is.
Because not only are you, it's like, you hate to call it for what it is. I'm not a coach. I'm not in the coaching space, but at times you may feel like you're watching your kids.
Yeah.
Like, and since I'm watching my kids, and I hate to use this term, but it's just call it for what it's for. If you can't listen to the coach, you can't play.
Yeah, you can't play.
It's because not only is he your coach, but he's your parent while you're away from your family. So if he's telling you to do X, Y, and Z off the court, you do X, Y, and Z. If he tell you to do X, Y, and Z on the court, you're a coach. If you tell your player to go set a screen, pick and roll, you tell your big to catch a screen, set a screen, short roll, kick it to the corner for an open three. He better pick and roll, short roll, and read to see if this three is going to be open. If not, okay, now you attack. Now you get back to the guard. Now you set a screen. But if you can't listen to your coach, you won't play.
Yeah.
Us having this conversation about like listening to the coach just reminds me of the game we saw. Duncanville and DeSoto. Two well-coached teams, two athletic teams.
Yeah.
Duncanville won that game, but they were paying more attention to detail and they were listening to their coach and they were bought in. That was a great game.
Yeah. That was a great game until like the last, I want to say 10 minutes of the game. Duncanville clamped down on defense. They started hitting shots. They getting out of transition. That's what changed the whole game. They end up winning by 15.
And DeSoto had too many turnovers.
They had way too many turnovers.
This another one. This is full of free game. If you got a free game alert, drop your alert. Okay. But for me, if you want to be a good high school or Division I team or any team at any level, you cannot win if you turn the ball over more than 10 times a game and you don't make free throws. If you turn the ball over too much and you miss free throws, you're bound to lose a game.
Yeah.
You have to shoot over 70 from the free throw line. And you want to have at most 6 turnovers a game for the entire game. That's my free game alert.
And you have to get one and done possessions. What I mean by one and done possession, you got to get the rebound. You got to box out, get the rebound.
Come on.
You don't get the rebound, the offense get the extra possession. Maybe they might score.
I think teams like, I don't know if high school coaches are coaching that to those kids. Like, no disrespect to any high school coaches anywhere, because if you're a coach, some of them may deserve it, some of them may not, but they don't have the time to sit and teach the game, and that's why some players go to the next level and they don't understand how to play basketball because the player development in high school is like not there in some programs.
And it'd be just the little things like the rotating backside,
right?
Like backside rotation, helping the helper, like all of that matters.
And that goes into defense. And I don't think nobody talks enough. Nobody talks. The
gyms
are quiet.
When we was watching Duncanville DeSoto, Duncanville talked a lot.
They talked a lot,
which is why they was on a string with just about everything they did.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't one defensive possession from them that I seen. It was like, okay, like he missed that because he wasn't talking, or he wasn't there on the midline. He wasn't backside.
Yeah.
He didn't drop down once the midline helped. Like they did all of that on the string.
They did.
The shutter on the other end, they wasn't talking. They was losing their man.
That's literally it. And I honestly feel like if you don't talk as a player, you're not a good player.
No, you're not.
Like on offense or defense, you have to talk. The best teams are loud. They talk on offense. They talk on defense.
And especially if you're a quiet point guard. If you're a quiet point guard, you will not play at the next level.
If you're a quiet big, you won't.
Yeah.
If you can't call it a ball screen, and now your point guard just got hit with the hardest screen of his life, and now he's laying on the floor, and now y'all playing 4-on-5 because you just got your point guard killed, you won't play as you can play as a big because you might be 7 foot and serviceable, but it'll make you better.
Yeah, make you more marketable too.
Right.
Like being able to talk, being able to bring your teammates mid game to a huddle and be like, hey, look, we got to get a stop right here, or just the little things like that will take your game to a whole nother level.
Facts. And I think another thing that would take, I wish I was taught this. Like, I'm glad you said taking your game to another level, because I sit and I watch a lot of as I got older, I watched basketball. Like, you know this, I cared about football growing up. I can't tell you, I didn't start watching college basketball until I got to junior college.
All our peers was going to college, so it kind of forced you to watch it.
It forced me to watch it. And after watching it at junior college and then playing at the Division I level, I wish high school coaches would teach kids to play off 2 feet earlier than when they get to college. If you play off 2 feet, it's easy to make all. Why are you jumping up off one leg and throwing the pass, turnover?
And like you said, jumping to pass too. Like that's another thing. Like that goes into player development in high school.
Yeah,
like that. Like all of that stuff, preparing them for, when they see a 7-footer coming to rotate.
Right.
You're not finna go off one leg and go into a 7-footer chest. He's just gonna wall up.
He's gonna wall up.
That's it. And you're not gonna be able to see the goal. And if you lay it, hey, kudos to you.
But the big man's job at that point is either to block your shot or make you change your shot. So you have a tougher angle to get to the basket.
And you might not see the goal.
You might not.
He might spike your basketball to the 3rd, 4th row, and now you got your head down.
Now they went on 10-0
run.
Yeah,
now they
because one bad.
Now y'all was just down 5. Now they up 15, and it's over.
It's over. It's over. And sometimes once you go down like that, it's hard to recover from. Sometimes kids peak very early.
Yeah.
And I think no knock to anybody that peaks early, because you're just a talented basketball player. Either you're taller, faster, you shoot better than people at a younger age. Sometimes they get lazy.
Because they're better than everybody.
You know?
Yeah. No, yeah. We played against some kids like that when we was kids.
When we was kids.
Our peers.
It's a lot of people that was in Texas that from 2010 to 2015, we're like, they're good. They're going to be pros.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you an example of one.
We ain't gonna do no.
Give you an example of one.
We ain't gonna do all that.
I thought he was going to the league.
It's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, who's supposed to be in the league. I'm not gonna say he developed early, but life happens, situation happens. Keith Frazier's supposed to be in the league, bro.
Yeah.
Keith Frazier at Kimball was crazy.
Yeah, he was too cold. And that's the first hezzy pull like I really seen. Like boys in the city was doing the
because
of him,
and he was doing it from the volleyball.
Yeah, line. He was shooting a real jump shot. It wasn't no push shot. Now he jumping up about
Them
3-4 feet
shots.
in the air.
Those are game shots.
Yeah, and he putting his wrist in the goal like
Every time. What do you think it actually takes? Like, you know, a couple professional basketball players now. What do you think it takes to get there?
Oh, consistency, bro. You can't let nobody stop you from going to go get shots up, going to go watch film. If you want to prepare yourself to be at the pinnacle of basketball, that 1%, it's only been over maybe a little bit over 4,000 players to ever play in
Bro,
the NBA.
it's right over
And
4,800.
think about you, a hooper, growing up. Where does everybody want to go? Where does everybody want to go? Because it's on TV every night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up sitting crisscross applesauce watching Kobe Bryant. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be there one day.
It's 1%.
Look at me now.
1%. We here.
We
Walking
here.
shit down.
For real, we walking shit down. Straight up. But no, yeah, bro. It's just about the consistency of your work and believing that you can do something. Believe you can do something, you're gonna always put in the work.
You're going to always put in the work.
And fall in love with the process.
Right.
Like the process of getting better. The process of you going in the gym, you shoot 500 shots.
Right.
You're supposed to shoot those 500 shots like they game shots. You don't go in there working on stuff that you not gain speed.
You don't, like, I'm not even going to lie, bro. If I'm a coach and I see a player shoot a shot he's never worked on, he's getting subbed out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You don't work on that.
For sure. I've never seen you work on that.
Why do you think you can shoot that shot and you never worked on it?
I ain't even seen you shoot that in practice.
Clearly, we're not pros and we might have taken a whole bunch of bad shots
I
down.
took some bad shots before.
That's why we're here. That's why neither one of us.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm not playing because, hey, the situation's different. But from that transition of going from being a player, maybe taking some bad shots, taking some great shots, having a great career, to now where you're in the coaching space, what do you enjoy the most about coaching?
I enjoy seeing, like now, like the last 2 years, I've enjoyed seeing our kids, the highs and the lows.
Right.
Like when it's bad, what type of person are you when it's bad?
As a player or as a player? Cool.
From a coach's standpoint, I want to see from my players how when stuff is going bad, when we losing by 25.
Yeah.
Like, what's your attitude like?
Facts.
Like what are you coming off the bench? What are you coming to the bench and saying when you getting subbed up?
Right.
Are you looking at us like, why you sub me up?
And I don't think high school kids realize, like, that's what college coaches are looking for.
Yeah, no, yeah.
They're looking at body language. They're looking at, are you competing to the end of the game? They don't, if you're down 20 and there's 3 minutes left, why are you not competing hard? They're looking at those type of things.
Yeah. If we had that mindset, like we can still win this game, we probably would have came back and made it a game at least.
Yeah, but once you feel like you
beat.
No need.
Yeah, that's crazy, but yeah. As well. But yeah.
No, you said something like when a coach looked up and he's like, we're one run away from being in this game.
Yeah.
I hate when a coach says, we got them right where we want them. Coach,
no,
they
don't.
got us where they want us.
Bro, they got us in a full Nelson. Bro.
Like, yeah.
For your mama. Call for your mama. Nah, for real. Yeah. Like, that's the crazy thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, you always keep a good attitude because you never know what can happen throughout the course of a game. Somebody might get a tech and get ejected. Like, I've been there before. I got ejected before, but, like, you just got to stay hopeful that you're going to win this game. Because anything can happen. You can reel off 4, 5, 3 straight.
And, like, of course, you were in this situation where you were ejected. And, like, thinking about all those experiences and everything that you've been through and everything you saw, and you said you want to be a coach that breathes into players. I hope you're in that space now to where you're capable of doing that in a positive way, where you're breathing to players and you're giving them the game the right way. Because that's what it's all about. Once we get to this age, it's like we young, we 20, 26, 25, like, we're young, but we're at that age where I'm really an OG from my side.
Nah, for real.
So it's like it's time for us to just give the game back.
We got to give them the right game, the right tools to succeed.
Right.
Because we've been there. We've seen it up close.
And not even like when it comes to playing, when it comes to life outside, because a lot of people make that transition quick. Like for you, you're coaching. Me, I went from playing in March of, I can't even remember the year, I don't even care enough to, but I went from playing my last game in March to immediately working at a shoe store in Louisiana, to going to Nordstrom's, to working in college athletics in a span of 4 months.
I remember that.
So it's like you have to not only it's things we have to pour into them as players, but when it comes to real life, like how do you balance personal time now as a coach?
Honestly, like I don't.
It's hard, you know, and you're in that position to where how can I?
Yeah,
It's like
I don't. Like
I'm always working.
always. Like I come home after practice, like I got film to break down. I got scout to do. Like tonight, like before I leave to go back to Wichita.
Yeah,
I got a scout to do. I got a scout to finish
yeah,
because you want to be as a coach, you want to be prepared for these games and ahead, so you can plan your practices
yeah.
for them.
And that's not only. I mean, I hate to say it. Not I hate to say it, but I like to relate everything to real life. You have to be ahead with things in real life too, because that's how it works. Classwork,
Yeah,
homework. Again, we talked about showing up early on time. Like if you do things ahead, you're setting the precedent of getting work done on time. So it's going to benefit you in the long run. Like it really will. Me, I had a hard time when I was an intern at Louisiana Tech. Shout out to the, I don't remember. Oh, there we go. Shout out to the Bulldogs. It was hard for me to balance time because it's like being an intern is a broad statement, but you can't turn work off. It's like for me, I would go home and I would do some social media stuff, or I would go home and do schoolwork because I was doing my master's at the same time. So balancing, like it's hard to find that balance
you
between.
didn't have a personal life. You can just
Bro,
say it.
I didn't,
Like
but
right
that's
now.
fine. I love the grind
Yeah,
though.
me too.
I love it. Like
Right now, I mean, I find time to play video games, 2K, Call of Duty.
you
I
know,
find time to play them, but that's really just be on the weekends. Cause like during the week, I wake up at 7, breakfast. I'm straight to the office.
yeah.
I'm to the office. We practice planning. Like,
And then at night, like you said, at night you're going to break down film.
bro,
And if a kid calls you and say, Coach
can we
ET,
get in
I
the
want to
gym?
work out.
I gotta go.
I'm there.
Now I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'll be like, nah.
If you got some other stuff to do,
No,
if you got some other stuff to do, but if I'm,
yeah.
because as a player, you want a coach to be there for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Absolutely.
sometimes you have to say no because I got to prioritize work, but
Sometimes you gotta say yeah because like this kid, he really trying to get better, and you can't do nothing but respect that from these kids, bro.
because kids don't try to get
Yeah,
better.
your kids don't try to get better, bro.
So, I mean, balancing that, I don't know. I'm glad you're able to find that sometimes saying no when it comes to showing up for kids because you don't have other priorities.
Sometimes
You're
when
a
I say
human.
no, I be tired, bro. I
You're
be
a human
mentally
being.
drained.
You're a human being and you
Like,
deserve that time like everybody does. I want to like not only is balancing personal life to because you need that time to yourself, but how is the I mean people I might ask everybody that come on this show, how's dating? Like as being a coach, how's dating for you?
I mean, it's tough. It can be
Right,
tough, but it's about if you want to do it.
right. Sometimes you just don't have the time to. Like you have people say all the time, I I'm on social media, of course we're here, but
Yeah,
I hate to be in the social media world, but women actually walk around and say this. If somebody wanted to, they would. Or if somebody wanted to, if he wanted to, he would. Or what he won't do it, somebody else will. Okay, but what if your partner or the person you're dating, they only can give 20% of what they have? It's like sometimes they can give 70%, sometimes they can give 20. If I can only give you 20, you have to accept that 20%. Or you don't have to deal with me. I'm sorry, I'm focused on this in my life. I can't give more than I'm giving you. And I think people have to understand that you have to understand the position you're in and what you're able to give.
yeah.
Because once you start pouring out of your cup, you have to always pour back into yourself. So dating is for you, date like you said, as a coach is tough. Dating is just crazy. It's different for each person by person,
hmm
but for you, like you said, sometimes you go from office, from planning to workouts to practice to breaking down film. If I only can give you my time at 10 o'clock at night for an hour and a half before I go to sleep at 12 and I got to be back up at 5, I'm sorry, that's all I have today. This weekend on Sunday, I might have 4 hours to give you
I might have a whole day.
by the grace of God.
Yeah, Straight up.
by the grace of God. But I don't know. Dating is very, very tough. Um, and I think even as a player, dating was tough as a player for the simple fact that you're trying to balance everything. I want athletes to actually understand that balancing time in college is just as important as
The real world.
because that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
If you're in college, you're going from weights in the morning to practice to class to a workout. I forgot break. Did I say breakfast?
Nah, it's weights then breakfast.
Weights, breakfast, class,
Study hall.
lunch, study hall, another class, practice, film. How it's so hard, like you're balancing everything. So if you learn how to balance it before you get into the real world, it'll put you a step ahead.
But the thing is about college though, bro, college sports, like the coaches plan your day for you. Where you need to be,
Right.
how long it lasts,
Yep.
what you need to be doing after this,
Yep.
like what time study hall is, like all of that is gonna be a breakdown on there. So
It's gonna be there.
I mean, so it's gonna force you to get into a routine.
Yeah, and I tell everybody I think having a girlfriend in college is a great idea because it helps you with your routine. You know you're gonna do the exact same thing every day. What's your favorite player say? Consistency.
Yeah.
He's consistent with everything he does in
Everything
his
he
life.
do.
So it's like if you're doing the same thing every day, you're consistent with it. Having a person to go to at night to help you in those stressful moments is very beneficial, especially if she's pouring back into you. And for like for the people that's dating anybody that's an athlete or a coach, if we don't tell y'all enough because we have so much going on, I promise we love y'all. It's no knock to it. Some of us don't know how to say it as
Or
often
express it.
because of situations that we've all been in. But we love y'all even if we don't say it enough. We really do. But if you're with somebody who's an athlete, who's a coach, who's spread thin, doing everything else in their life, we appreciate y'all and we love y'all. Y'all just have to see it through because it's a part of our grind. It's a part of where we're going to get to where we're going. And it's the grind, but the grind is beautiful.
Nah, yeah,
Like,
it is. The
life
process,
is beautiful. Process is beautiful.
76ers, they've been trusting the process forever.
And they need to let go of the process because Embiid can't play. I ain't gonna go there. But sometimes it's good to trust the process if you're not this Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah. Yeah.
No disrespect, Tyrese. We love y'all.
Man, bro, shout out Tyrese, man.
Shout out to the guys.
Saturday mornings, St. Philip's Blue Court. He know what I'm talking about if he ever see this. Oh, bro. He know what I'm talking about. Oh,
Dude, St. Philip's games was crazy.
St. Philip's games.
You play Little League basketball, pop on the football in the city. He's crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Because the amount of talent that we saw growing up.
Bro.
I don't know. The grind is beautiful. Love the journey. Love the path that you're on. Love which way you're going.
Accept it, too. Accept the good and bad that come with it. Because it's always going to be good and bad that come with everything that you do.
Always.
You got to accept it. Accept the good consequences. Accept the bad consequences. My fault. Accept the good consequences. Accept the bad consequences no matter what. L's or W's, bro. You got to just take the L's. Chin out. Chest out. Move on.
Facts. And I don't think it's ever L's. I think it's if it's like L's, it's always lessons.
Yeah.
It's lessons and it's blessings. It's never a loss. Today we walked down a lot. We just walked down a lot of topics. We walked down trusting your journey and believing your journey. We talked about your journey. We talked about playing at the college level and player development in high school and peaking early and being a pro, what it takes to get there and how to stay there. And life after, like for you being a coach, for me, I talked quickly about whatever I did. But yeah, today was good. Do you have any other advice for the next generation? Do you have any advice for them?
All right. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Stay the course. Don't let nobody knock you off your pivot. Straight up like that.
Right. I mean, hey, that's gonna be all for today's episode. My advice for the people: just being honest. Again, trust the journey, and you can't beat the system. You can't beat the system. You can't cheat the system. If you want to be a pro, if you want to go play Division 1, Again, we said it, only 4,800 pros. There's a million kids that play high school basketball, and none of 1% goes Division One. So you can't cheat the system.
The other 0.5 go to the league.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you can't cheat the system. You have to put in the work, especially if you want to be great.
And don't be afraid to fail.
Don't be, because you only grow from failure.
Yeah.
And one last thing, no matter what you're doing, you always have to see the vision. Always see the vision. You got to see it through. If you have any questions for Coach ET, he has a page on Instagram.
Shout out to ET_Skills Academy on Instagram.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Coach
If
ET.
y'all want to get in the gym, DM me. Talk about the price. Talk about what you want to work on. I'm here for it.
That's it. We'll see y'all next time, and thank y'all for coming to the walk down. Boom. That was the sound of the chopper.
Bro, you gotta stop, bro.
Like I said, I do it. I fall, which art in heaven, I'll be that name. Thy kingdom come, that will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those that trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.